Hey everybody, it's Louise from Wildflower Wool and welcome back. This is going to be a really quick update just to show you what I have been working on today up here in the yarn room. This is just, I'm going to show you what I've got on my new shelf that I just put together, and I have a container and a bag that I want to sort through, and then I'm going to call it a day up here. I'll turn the camera around and give you a quick look at what I've got on the new shelf. Here it is. Look at that. Okay, so quick, look at that one empty cubby. This has got just some random dishcloth cotton. This has Christmas dishcloth cotton because everybody has to have a separate storage space for that, and some of my scrubby. This is just some of the cotton back in one of the first videos. Oh, there's Daisy. Couple people were asking if they could see Daisy. There she is. Daisy. Hey, sweetie. I think in the last video, I think it was just her tail made an appearance. So here she is. So this here is just some 100% cotton that I thought would make a cute summer top. Up here is where all of that cotton and hemp. Last video, it was just kind of all thrown together. I sorted it out by color. And it is in there. And then the brown in front is an acrylic. It's called cotton thread. It looks like crochet cotton, but it's acrylic. Up top is some more of that acrylic crochet thread. I just really like the colors of it. And then some more cotton. The gray on top, I think that is an Angora and bamboo. Over here, more that pink. I know I'm keeping pink. Pink is not usually something that I like, but I thought maybe I'll keep it and make it something for somebody else. Let's see. There's cotton, the variegated cotton, and there's some green. I think it's green cotton. What is back here? Now oh, it's the blue. There, you can see that nice royal blue. It's cotton. That'll be a summer top. Now I have to say these balls are just like, oh, it is bothering me a little bit because the shelf does not look neat and tidy. Just the way the balls are round and that large green. I think there must be some cardboard in there because it's not real squishy. It's fairly hard. So maybe this means that should be one of the first things I knit and get it out of there. Now this is all Patton's Grace. Now I like how that looks. All neat and tidy. I sorted it by color, and I did decide to get rid of one color. This is a really like peachy pink, not my color at all. I'm not sure if there's a color name. Whisper. Oh, I really like the name of it, Whisper. But too pale for me, so I'm going to pass that on to somebody else. And then down at the bottom, there is just more, that's black and navy cotton that I think would make a nice cardigan. There's a little bit more of it over there. And then some green. So that is that shelf. Starting to get a little more organized. I've got one more space there to add in some other cotton blend yarn. So this shelf over here, this is just a 3-shelf bookshelf. And I thought I would just put Christmas yarn on there. I know. I don't know. What does that say when you need a separate shelf dedicated for Christmas yarn, right? So there is... Okay, we'll see if Daisy pulls any off the shelf. So the green up top, remember that has a deadline of November. What a silly girl. To be made into a Christmas tree. And then I just kept some silver because it looks Christmassy, and some white eyelash yarn. I was going to play around with to see if it could be made into pom-poms. And then the rest I'm just going to fill in with other yarn that I keep specifically for making pom-poms. So I will turn the camera around again, and we will sort through the bag and the container of yarn. Okay, I'm down here. And I've got my bag of Christmas yarn. I put a couple balls up here already. I found this one big white ball. This is a huge ball. I don't know what this was. There's no ball band on it. So this bag, I just want to whip through this really quick. And it's just going to be white and red and green. It's going to be acrylic because I just, you know, for pom-poms, you don't need to spend a lot. You can just go find what, you know, what's at your local craft store, Michael's, Joann, Walmart, whatever. Pick up what you find and make pom-poms. I like to crochet a chain and then make pom-poms and attach them and make garlands. Mix and match reds and whites and greens, different shades of green. Okay, so this is Loops and Threads Impeccable. What kind? I'm not sure what. Is there a colorway on here? Red Hot. Fun. Canadian, or Patents Canadiana. This is one I don't use a lot. I guess because I don't knit a whole lot of things out of acrylic. And if I do, I seem to usually use like a Baroque. Oh, just when I thought this was going to be a quick, grab some yarn. Look what I found. A pom-pom in progress. Okay. And I have a little bit of a mess. What is attached to what here? This is, I think this might be the biggest pom-pom maker I have. Look how big that is, you guys. That's like palm of my hand big. Oh, there's just, that's a color of red that I do not like. Orangey red, I really don't care for. This shade's not too bad. It is kind of a darker, more burgundy. I think it might actually be a little darker than the camera's showing it. But anyways, so this looks like a candy cane pom-pom. Am I attached? No. Okay. So it looks like this needs to be finished. Maybe I'll just set that aside. I was wondering where that pom-pom maker went because I have my pom-pom maker box. And I don't think there was a large one in there. It's just some miscellaneous white. Yeah. And look at this. Bernat Christmas. What does it say? Christmas craft and wrap yarn. Not sure. Wrap as in like to wrap your gifts instead of ribbon, or just, I'm not sure what that means. And there's a pattern on the inside. The ball band is pretty worn. Can you see those are teddy bears? I'm not sure how old this ball is, but I'm guessing it's kind of old. The yarn is pretty, it's almost like a boucle. But it makes good pom-poms. Oh, and I have some of it variegated. Okay, well now this is totally messing up my color scheme. If I've got white, red, and green, where does this go? Okay, I don't know. Let's stick it on the bottom. This just came from the dollar store. This is some funny novelty yarn. I remember picking it up and making pom-poms with it. It didn't, I don't know, it didn't really work all that well. All those little bits, when you cut your pom-pom, they kind of all come off. Now there's a shade of red that I like. Oh, I've got some little bits. Can you see those? I guess we're not gonna, oh, there's more fuzzy. And more fuzzy. And the ball band. It has a pattern on the inside for these teddy bears. Are they knit or are they made with pom-poms? I think they're pom-poms. They're pom-pom teddy bears, you guys. So what does it say? Finished? Does it say, oh, maybe they're both the same size. 5 inches high, 3 inches across, 2 balls, Christmas craft and wrap yarn, 2 10mm paste on eye buttons, a 10mm pom-pom black for the nose, and a small bow. Okay, yeah, so it's got the eyes and a little black pom-pom for the nose. And it says, make 2 large pom-poms, 1 for the body, 1 for the head. Oh, and it tells you wind evenly spaced 100 times for each ball. Then make 6 small pom-poms, 2 for the ears, 2 for the arms, 2 for the legs. And you wind it around a smaller pom-pom maker 30 times. Huh, look at that. Glue the head to the body, glue ears to the top. Bum, bum, bum. And just like that, you have a pom-pom bear. Wow. Pom-pom Christmas bears? I don't know. Do we need... I know. You guys are thinking, no, Louise, don't do it, right? I don't know. I probably don't need Christmas pom-pom bears. Oh, this is Morocco Comfort. Well, that would be... It's kind of thin. I don't typically, you know, use a super thin yarn. Because pom-poms, you don't want to be winding around forever and ever and ever. Oh, dear. There's a poor ball that looks like it could use a wind before it gets tangled. I like to sometimes double them. I would, you know, hold 2 or 3 strands so the winding goes a whole lot quicker. These are all just some miscellaneous reds, a little bit of white sparkle. This is looking good. My shelf. Oh, I've got extra yarn down here. I knew this wasn't all of it. I knew there was more somewhere. Okay, more red. I was going to say, this is looking like I was going to have space left over, and that never happens. A little bit, might as well use it. Be perfect for a pom-pom. Because it doesn't matter. You can wind in little bits. It doesn't matter if you've got tails because you're cutting your pom-pom anyways. Ah. Oh, some green sparkle. Bernat Holiday. Oh, Bernat Happy Holidays. And I know if you guys watched previous videos, you'll know that anything with a sparkle, like in my acrylics, that brilliant sparkles and sequins. That's what I was passing that on. But you know what? For Christmas is a different, it has a different set of rules. Sparkle yarn is totally permissible in my book for Christmas projects. Okay, again, another teeny tiny little ball, but I can't bear to throw this away because I can just, why is this not working? I can just wind this into a pom-pom maker and use it. Just makes me really happy knowing that itty bitty teeny weeny balls of yarn can have a purpose in a pom-pom. And again, more this stuff. Oh, this stuff is really, I can't even bring myself to say it. Because it doesn't sound, I'm thinking like, this stuff is not nice. And, oh well, it'll find new life in a pom-pom garland, and it'll make the house cheery, and it'll have a good purpose. And some green, another green sparkly. This is a lighter green sparkle. Fun. Okay, that emptied my bag. But just when you thought it was Christmas pom-pom yarn had come to an end, you would be wrong, because I have a bunch of these big balls. Where does that say? Red Heart Super Saver. And the colorway is cherry red. Yikes. Okay. I have a few. I'm thinking that's probably the same thing. And this one, the ball's wound different, so it's not a red heart, but it could be something else. Stick that in there. Yes. I remember, did I pull these out in another video? I don't know. I'm starting now to forget what I filmed and what I've just seen myself as I've been kind of moving stuff around. Okay. I think I've got enough. Oh, and no. One more. Oh my gosh. Maybe this was like a buy 3, get 1 free or something. Who knows? Or maybe I couldn't find a ball of this red when I was looking for it. So it was just faster to go buy another ball. because I know that's happened before. Or maybe I was worried because sometimes when you get close to Christmas, the red and the green yarn gets bought up pretty quickly. Oh my God, I don't even like that shade. That looks so orangey, doesn't it? I think I have to get rid of it. I don't want to use that. So I probably, because I think once a couple years ago, I couldn't find red or green yarn when I wanted to. I must have left it too far into December and it was all bought. So I think the next year I overcompensated because I didn't want to run out. And as you can tell, I've got a lot of this light green. There's no ball bands on here. I'm not sure why. So I can't tell you. I'm guessing it's probably Red Heart Super Saver. But I like those two colors. The red, the deeper like cherry red with this light green. I like that. I like that a lot for Christmas. More so than a dark green. I like this shade. I know it's not, oh my gosh, these aren't really, oh, you can't see it, it's just off the screen, but it's like overhanging the shelf because these shelves are pretty narrow. But, okay, I can squeeze this in here. Okay, it's there. And then what I've got left, these two balls, remember these came from Michigan when I was at the Michigan Fiber Festival last summer. Where will this fit? I think this is it. Hopefully this is it for Christmas yarn. These really long balls don't fit there. You can see the shelf ends here and the yarn still comes out that much. Oh well. It's okay. There. It's funny, you know, I getting all this yarn on the shelf and now I'm being much more particular about it being pretty and neat and, you know, not having tails kind of sticking out, but I shouldn't get too concerned, too wrapped up in that for right now. But just because I want to get it on the shelf. It's out of the bag. Progress. All this dishcloth cotton is found a home. I still have some empty space up here, which makes me happy because, well, fingers crossed I don't find any more dishcloth cotton. Surely to goodness, this is all of it. But I'm not going to say that for 100% because there could always be a few balls kicking around. So I don't mind having a few. Oh my gosh, I know there's some down in the living room. Then that should probably be it. But I don't mind having some empty space to play around with, have a little bit of wiggle room, and see there's some extra space in there too. I just have this cone sitting here because how do you store this? Really, right? So it's just there. That's it. Thanks for hanging out and keeping me company while I sorted this Christmas yarn and the dishcloth cotton. I think tomorrow I'm going to tackle some sock yarn. I've got sock yarn and worsted weight yarn to really deal with. There might be a little bit more lace weight, but I think we found probably bulk of the lace weight. It just needs to find a home, probably over on the shelves back behind me. I'm kind of getting the feeling that this is somewhat coming together. We'll see. Once we get into these other big shelves on the other wall, we'll see what we're dealing with. Yeah, as I'm just kind of scanning it right now, there's a few interesting things over there. Okay, that'll give me something to think about tonight before we start sorting tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody, and I will see you in the next video.